Hey Trail Riders, welcome back to the Daily Ride. I hope you guys are doing well. We're going to be talking about power. And the power passage comes to us today from 1 Corinthians 14:2, which says, "For he who speaks in a tongue does not speak to men, but to God. For no one understands him. However, in the Spirit he speaks mysteries." The power thought for today is that the baptism of the Holy Spirit is essential for successful Christian life. Connecting scriptures for today, connecting passages, are Acts 2:1-4 and 2 Corinthians 14:2. The scriptures that get us through the Bible in a year is Leviticus 16, Psalm 19, Proverbs 30, and 1 Timothy chapter 1. That is the essence of the gospel. A powerless gospel preacher is like an unwashed soap salesman, singing, "There is power in the precious blood of the Lamb," and then having to fast and pray for a month to get power does not add up. An evangelist tells the story about a powerful experience he had at the beginning of his Christian life. "I had an experience of the Holy Spirit coming into my life, which I believe was as great as that of any disciple on the day of Pentecost. It seemed to me that God fills the heaven, who fills the heaven and the earth, crowded into my soul. Then the day of Pentecost had fully come, and there were all with one accord in one place. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled the whole house where they were sitting. Then there appeared to them divided tongues as of fire, and it sat upon each one of them. And they were filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak in other tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance." Peter managed to stand up and preach, but the physical effects of my baptism in the Spirit would certainly have been too much for me to stand and preach immediately, as tremendous as my empowering was for a later service. I would tell you it happened to me. But I ought to say that nobody should think that God ever gives the Spirit in the same way to everyone. It happens like this. I was a boy of 11 in Germany when my father told me about some special prayer meeting of the baptism of the Holy Spirit. Ever eager for the things of God, I begged him to take me along. A missionary from Finland was visiting that church, and he explained the whole truth of the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And we had just knelt down when the power of God began to pour into and over me. Joy unspeakable filled my heart, and I began to speak in other languages, as the Spirit gave me utterance. And it was like a heavenly fountain opening up within me. It is still flowing today. It was one of the most precious events in my life, and one I trust you have experienced or will experience also. God bless you guys. I hope you'll continually follow me here on the Daily Ride, and I'll see you on the next trail ride.